My boyfriend Henry Scott had an accident and lost his memory. For some reason, he unknowingly became affectionate. The man who once hesitated to buy me luxury items had started showering me with them. He had promised to fetch the stars and the moon for me. He even went so far as to shop online for various couples' toys. But just as I shyly tried to explore these newfound gifts, he snatched them away. In the next moment, the once innocent, puppy-like boyfriend transformed into a wolf in sheep's clothing, pinning me down with intensity. While I was caught in the moment, he leaned close to my ear and muttered curiously, Sienna, your skin feels smoother than before. His words instantly pulled me back to reality. Sienna was the name of the college student he sponsored, who also happened to be his mistress. When I heard Henry had been in a car accident, I rushed to the hospital immediately. Seeing that he was fine, I finally let out a sigh of relief. As he slowly opened his eyes and saw me, his gaze lit up instantly. His first words were, "Now's the perfect time. While no one's here, let's finish what we started." I blinked, unsure of what he meant. Before I could react, Henry pinned me beneath him. Feeling the undeniable heat radiating from him, my cheeks turned bright red. "Henry, you just had surgery. Your body hasn't fully recovered. We can take our time. We have plenty of chances in the future." But before I could finish, he cut me off abruptly. "Sienna, haven't we done this often enough already? Remember that time at Leanna's dad's funeral? This is just a hospital. Nothing too crazy, right?" I froze on the spot. Sienna was the name of the college student he sponsored. Leanna, that was my name. Not too long ago, my father passed away unexpectedly. At his funeral, I cried so hard that I fainted. But when I regained consciousness, Henry, who accompanied me, was nowhere to be found. When I finally found him, his neck was covered in suspicious red marks. I asked him about it, and he just averted his gaze. "Mosquito bites," he answered. My eyes reddened as I stared at him now. "Who do you think I am?" I asked, voice trembling. Henry looked puzzled. "You're Sienna, of course," he said matter-of-factly. Then, squinting slightly, he added, "You've been with me for 6 years. Don't tell me you're tired of me now. Don't worry. Even when I'm old, I'll still be capable." We had only been together for 7 years. His words froze the blood in my veins. I instinctively shoved him away. Seeing my reaction, Henry frowned. "Sienna, is this about that new LV bag? Fine, I'll buy you a whole wall of them. What's with the tantrum?" This was the first time I'd seen him act so generous. Before, whenever I showed interest in luxury items, he would stand on his moral high ground and scold me. A single bag costs more than a rural child's living expenses for years. Why waste money on such frivolous things? Now he reached out to pull me close again. I pushed him away once more. "I'm on my period, it's inconvenient." Not waiting for his response, I stumbled out of the hospital room, my mind reeling from the overwhelming revelations. I went straight to the doctor. Adjusting his glasses, the doctor explained, "The patient suffered a concussion from the accident. This can sometimes lead to cognitive confusion or misidentification of people. It's a rare condition, but it does happen." Hearing this, I leaned against the wall, my strength draining away as I slid to the floor. I sat there in silence for what felt like an eternity. Then, wiping away the tears at the corners of my eyes, I stood up slowly and composed myself. I pulled out my phone and dialed a number. "Mom, I've decided I'm coming back to take over the family business." Being decisive and clear-headed had always been my way of handling things. The day Henry was discharged from the hospital, a nurse approached me with an envious smile. "Did you know? When Mr. Scott was unconscious in the operating room, he kept calling out for Sienna, your name. Ever since you've been here, his recovery has been remarkably fast." I returned her smile but said nothing. I am not Sienna. After his discharge, Henry was in an unusually good mood. "Leanna went on a trip recently. This time you can finally come to my house without sneaking around," he beamed.